Imagine pouring your heart and soul into something you love, only to have the one person who should support you the most tear you down in an instant. That's exactly what happened to me, Lucas. On a day that started like any other, I was in my office overlooking the city skyline when my phone rang. It was my sister, Emily. Her voice was cold, sharper than I had ever heard. "Lucas, you're worthless," she spat out. "You've been riding on Dad's coattails all these years. The business, it's mine now." My heart stopped. How could she say that? After everything I'd done? But little did I know, that call was just the beginning. It sparked a fire in me that would change our family forever. Stick around because this story of betrayal and sweet revenge is one you won't forget. Let me take you back to where it all started. Our family wasn't always rolling in success. Growing up in a small town, my parents, Robert and Linda, ran a modest hardware store. It was nothing fancy, just shelves of tools, paint cans, and that familiar smell of sawdust. Emily and I were kids then, helping out after school. She'd handle the cash register with her bright smile, while I'd tinker with inventory, dreaming of bigger things. Dad always said, family sticks together no matter what. But as we got older, things shifted. Emily went off to college for business, partying more than studying, while I stayed home learning the ropes. When Dad handed me the reins after his heart scare, I saw an opportunity. Could I really turn this little shop into something massive? The answer was yes, but it came at a cost I never saw coming. Fast forward a few years. I poured every ounce of energy into expanding the business, renamed it Family Forge Hardware, and started branching out. First, we went online. E-commerce was booming, and I jumped on it. Hired a small team, negotiated deals with suppliers, and before long, we had stores in 3 states. Emily, she popped in occasionally, offering advice that felt more like criticism. "Lucas, you're playing it too safe," she'd say with a smirk. But I ignored it, focusing on growth. Sales hit $1 million, then $5 million. I worked 18-hour days, sacrificing weekends and relationships. Mom and Dad were proud, beaming at family dinners. "You've done it, son," Dad would say, clapping my back. Yet, deep down, I felt Emily's envy brewing. Was it jealousy or something darker? The cracks were starting to show, and they were about to shatter everything. As the business soared to $10 million in revenue, family gatherings turned tense. Emily had graduated but bounced between jobs, never sticking anywhere. She'd call me for loans, which I always gave, thinking that's what brothers do. One evening at Mom's birthday dinner, she pulled me aside. "Lucas, why do you get all the credit? I have ideas too." Her eyes flashed with something I couldn't place. Resentment? I brushed it off, suggesting she join the team full-time. "We could use your smarts," I said genuinely. She laughed it off, but I noticed she talking more with Dad in private. Little whispers here and there. Were they plotting something? No, I told myself. Family's family. But those doubts planted seeds of unease. And soon, they'd grow into a storm that would test our bonds like never before. Hitting $20 million felt like a dream. We threw a big party at the main warehouse. Employees, suppliers, even local news showed up. I stood on stage, mic in hand, thanking everyone. "This isn't just my success," I said. "It's ours, especially my family's." Emily was there, smiling for the cameras, but her hug felt stiff. Later that night, as confetti littered the floor, she cornered me. "Congrats, big brother, but don't get too comfortable." Her tone was playful, but her eyes weren't. What does she mean? I shook it off, chalking it up to sibling rivalry. Mom pulled me aside, worried. "Emily's been acting strange, Lucas. Talk to her." I promised I would, but work pulled me away. If only I had listened closer, because the betrayal was already in motion, hidden in plain sight. The business kept climbing, now at $30 million. I expanded into eco-friendly products, partnering with big chains. But behind the scenes, things weren't as shiny. Emily started showing up at the office unannounced, chatting with my staff. "Just checking in," she'd say. Then reports came in. Minor issues like delayed shipments or unhappy clients. Coincidences? Maybe. But one day, my accountant flagged odd expenses. "These don't add up, Lucas." I dug deeper and found transfers to an account I didn't recognize. My stomach twisted. Was someone embezzling? I confronted Emily casually over coffee. "Hey, sis, know anything about these?" She denied it, eyes wide. Why would you accuse me?" Her defensiveness raised red flags. Was my own sister undermining me? The thought hurt, but the evidence was mounting, and it was about to explode.
Then came that fateful phone call, the one that shattered my world. $50 million in revenue, a milestone I dreamed of. I was about to announce a major expansion when Emily rang. Worthless, she called me. Dad's rewriting his will. The business goes to me. You've been a placeholder, Lucas. Time to step aside. I froze, the phone slipping from my hand. How? Why? Turns out, she'd been poisoning Dad's ear for months, claiming I was mismanaging funds, twisting those odd expenses she'd orchestrated herself. She convinced him I was the problem, that she was the savior. Tears stung my eyes as anger boiled inside, betrayed by my blood. But in that pain, a spark ignited. Revenge? Oh, it was coming. And it would be calculated, precise, and utterly devastating.
The days after were a blur of heartbreak. I distanced myself from the family, holing up in my apartment. Mom called, confused. "What's going on, Lucas? Emily says you're overreacting." Dad avoided my calls altogether. Worthless. That word echoed in my mind, fueling a deep sadness. I'd given everything to that business. To them. Sleepless nights followed, replaying memories of us as kids. How did we get here? Shock turned to resolve. I couldn't let her win. But how? I started gathering proof. Emails, bank statements, anything to expose her lies. It was risky. One wrong move and I'd lose it all. Yet, with each discovery, my plan took shape. Would it work? Or would it backfire spectacularly? The uncertainty kept me going, step by careful step. I hired a private investigator, discreetly, someone outside the family circle. Dig into Emily's finances, I instructed. Weeks passed, tense and quiet. Meanwhile, she paraded around the office like she owned it, making changes that ruffled feathers. Staff whispered loyalties to me, but fear kept them silent. The investigator's report hit like a thunderbolt. Emily had been siphoning funds to her secret side venture, a competing store. Proof of forged documents, manipulated ledgers, it was all there. My heart raced with a mix of relief and fury. This was it, the ammunition I needed. But timing was everything. Rush in now and she'd deny it. No, I had to play smart, build an airtight case. The revenge plan was forming, and it promised to leave her speechless. I couldn't do this alone. I reached out to trusted employees, my right-hand man, Mike, who'd been with me from the start. Over late-night coffee, I laid it out. "Emily's betraying us all," I said, showing the evidence. His jaw dropped. "Lucas, we've got your back." Soon, a small alliance formed. Accountants, suppliers who'd noticed discrepancies. We met in secret, plotting every detail.
We'll expose her at the board meeting, Mike suggested. Nerves twisted my gut. What if Dad sided with her? But the support fueled me. Sadness gave way to determination. This wasn't just about me anymore. It was about justice for everyone she'd hurt. The pieces were aligning, but one question lingered. Would Emily see it coming?
With evidence in hand, the plan crystallized. Step 1. Leak subtle hints to Dad, anonymous emails with snippets of proof. Let doubt creep in. Step 2. Rally the board, non-family members who'd invested big. Show them the financial risks. Step 3. Confrontation at the annual family meeting, where everything would unfold. I practiced my words in the mirror, voice steady despite the storm inside. Emily, your game's over. It felt empowering, but revenge isn't sweet without risk. What if she fought back dirtier? The thought sent chills, but I pushed on. Hooks of suspense built in my mind, each step a cliffhanger waiting to drop. The climax was near, and it would change our lives forever. As the meeting approached, the air thickened with unspoken drama. Emily strutted confidently, unaware of the net closing around her. She even texted me, ready to hand over the keys, worthless. That fueled my fire. Dad looked frail, caught in the middle. Mom sensed something, pulling me aside. Lucas, fix this. We're family. Her words stung, but I nodded, hiding my resolve. Behind the scenes, allies confirmed. Evidence was ironclad. My heart pounded. Anger mixed with a twinge of sadness. Could I really dismantle my sister's world? Yes, because she'd tried to dismantle mine. The stage was set. One deep breath, and it was time to strike.
The family boardroom buzzed with tension as we gathered. Dad at the head, Emily smirking beside him. I stood tall, folder in hand. Before we discuss the future, I began, voice calm but firm, let's address the past. Gasps echoed as I projected the evidence. Bank transfers, forged signatures. Emily's face drained of color. This is lies, she shouted, but the room saw through it. Dad's eyes widened in shock. Emily, is this true? She stammered, defenses crumbling. Allies chimed in, corroborating every detail. The climax hit like a wave, her empire of deceit exposed. She was left speechless, the weight of her betrayal crashing down. But was that the end? Not quite. Justice was just beginning. In the aftermath, chaos reigned. Emily stormed out, but the board voted unanimously. She was out. Dad, heartbroken, apologized tearfully. I was blind, son. Forgive me. Tears flowed, mine included, as relief washed over me. The business stabilized, but the family fractured. Mom mediated talks, but trust was shattered. I took back control, implementing safeguards against future betrayals. Emily? She faced legal whispers. Embezzlement charges loomed, though we kept it civil for family's sake. The shock lingered, but so did a strange sense of freedom. Had revenge healed me? Or just even the score? The resolution was bittersweet, paving the way for reflection.
With Emily sidelined, I focused on healing the business. Revenue dipped briefly, but loyal staff rallied. We hit $55 million within months, stronger than before. Personally, it was tougher. Therapy helped unpack the anger and sadness. Dad and I mended fences over quiet dinners, sharing old stories. Mom played peacemaker, urging forgiveness. Emily? She started her own small venture far away, a humbling, fresh start. Relief settled in, replacing the storm. But questions remained. Could family truly recover? The impact rippled outward, teaching us all about boundaries and truth. Just when things calmed, a twist emerged. Emily reached out via email. Lucas, I was wrong. Jealousy blinded me. It was raw, vulnerable. We met for coffee. Awkward at first, but honest. Tears flowed as she admitted her insecurities. You built it all. I just wanted a piece. Forgiveness didn't come easy, but it started. The business thrived, incorporating her lessons indirectly, better family involvement policies. Shock turned to growth. Was this the true revenge? Not destruction, but transformation. The story wasn't over. It evolved into something hopeful.
Today, Family Forge stands at $60 million, a testament to resilience. I've mentored young entrepreneurs, sharing my tale as a cautionary one. Dad retired peacefully, proud of us both. Emily's business? It's modest, but hers, earned honestly. The betrayal that once broke me now strengthens. Relief floods and waves, mixed with gratitude. What if that call never happened? I'd never have grown this much. The climax faded, but its echo shaped a brighter future. Looking back, betrayal cuts deep, especially from family. It shakes your core, forcing you to question everything. But it also reveals strength you didn't know you had. Emily's words, worthless, became my fuel, not my anchor. Revenge isn't about destruction. It's about reclaiming your worth. Justice comes not from hate, but from truth. In the end, we all learned, family bonds are precious, but blind trust can blind you. Protect what's yours, but leave room for redemption. This story teaches a powerful lesson. Never underestimate the power of integrity. In a world full of shortcuts, stay true to your path. Betrayal may knock you down, but rising with grace changes everything. Reflect on your own life. Have you faced similar hurts? Use them to build, not break. Family isn't just blood, it's actions and choices. Choose wisely, and justice will find its way. As I close this chapter, peace settles in. The business hums, family mends slowly. That next day after her call, it did change everything, for the better. From worthless to worthy, betrayal to triumph. If you stuck with me this far, thank you. Stories like this remind us we're not alone in our struggles. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed this story of betrayal and epic revenge, hit that like button, share it with a friend who's been through something similar, and don't forget to subscribe for more dramatic tales that hit right in the feels. Drop a comment below. Where are you watching from, and how did this video make you feel? Can't wait to hear from you.